So it should be Jack's top and Amumu jungle.
But normally a lot of people have been taking Amumu with Misfortune actually.
As a support?
No. Amumu as a jungler and the Misfortune as an AD carry. Because once Amumu jump down, and then the bullet
this is like
free hits and with like Blast Whispers as well as Black Cleaver, it does tons of damage.
All that up, yeah.
But here on the side, we will see Orianna being picked up. So Orianna is a good combination together with Jarvan, and she's more team reliant, so to speak. She's more of a utilitarian AP carry.
Yeah, Orianna just attracts everyone to a lump and Jarvan jumps in.
And then Jarvan who jumps in first and then she attracts everyone.
Yeah, could go both ways, but we all know how that's going to end up. Not very pretty for the other team.
And so for the top side, we do see it's going to be Irelia in the end against Jack. So it's going to be like a normal matchup. Like a lot of people always pick Irelia against Jax. So
does Irelia do well against Jax in general?
In general, it depends on who can juke each other better. One thing that makes Jax so strong is that he has his counter strike. So Irelia's auto attacks will not work that well, especially since she's very auto attack reliant.
Yeah.
But if she can dodge that stun, then she will be able to win the trade, so to speak, and stun Jax back and dish out the damage.
Yeah, she just needs to avoid Jax when he's on his combo. He's carrying a fishing rod versus a lamppost.
It is, but it's a lamppost for the basic skill. Oh, so it's going to actually be a Zyra mid.
Yeah, Zyra mid is Sona support.
So bottom lane side, Taric and Varus could kill Sona very easily.
Yes.
But at the same time, at level 1, the poke coming off from Ezreal and Sona is going to be very painful for them.
Yes, the poke, the combination of poke and sustain from Ezreal Sona, we have said this, I think, even in Intervarsity itself, it's a very strong combination with a lot of damage between like 1-2 seconds.
Yes, definitely. So, what do you think is going on right here? Who do you think is a stronger team composition on your end?
I'll say the Bangkok Titans have a lot of utility. They have a slow from Varus, stuns, and a disruptive ultimate from both Jarvan and Orianna. And combined with Irelia, they have a very CC dependent team. Whereas Fantastic Five, Saigon Fantastic Five, they have Jax, which kind of I don't want to say unreliable, but it's more of a stun that sometimes land. Sometimes not.
Okay, depending sometimes.
Ezreal doesn't even have any CC at all. They have one ult from Sona and Amumu and Zyra, but they're all ults. They're all ultimates. So once they are down, they
once
have a very
misses,
it's a very long cooldown.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see how well this plays off. Whether BKT will opt to split push against this whole AoE team right there. A combination of Sona ultimate, Amumu ultimate, and Zyra's ultimate you mentioned, plus Ezreal's Arcane Barrage is just gonna do so much damage.
A lot of AoE damage. Yeah.
Yes. So before we move in, what do you think? Who? So we asked about the team comp.
Okay.
Who do you think is gonna win this, so to speak, so far?
This is a tough one. Every game is different, you see.
I mean, definitely every game is different.
It depends on how things plays out. I like Bangkok Titans composition now because I am a Taric fan, but that's because I'm biased right now.
You're really very biased.
So, yeah.
Wow, so you're gonna go with pink Taric, so to speak, since you're biased. Okay,
I'll go with Bangkok Titans just because they pick up Taric.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at BKT Roy Hunt's runes because he is playing Varus, and Varus is you don't see him in play as much. So here we're gonna see he is playing actually 1.9% crit chance. So he takes 2 critical marks, and then he has 1.6 mana regen per 5. Somewhere here, I believe. 4 of it. 14 physical damage is quite normal with Quints as well as other slots left. And going for attack speed and 7 armor. So, gonna play quite aggressively, so to speak, from the runes.
What do you think about the critical strike choice?
That's what everyone plays right now. 1% critical. But normally people just use one slot, put in 1 critical, so it's like 1%, and that's all you need. If you get the lucky shot onto AD carry early game,
so it's just like rolling the dice.
Like rolling the dice. But you see it happen, it's like if the opponent doesn't respond to it, it's like suddenly from half health to last hit, it's a free kill. So on the side of the offensive tree, going to be something I wouldn't say unorthodox, just very similar, just going for more tankiness on the side of the defense. Offense side just going to go for the whole tree line here. So not taking Havoc. But instead putting points in Ignite, not Ignite, in Summoner's Wrath for his Ghost move faster. and also the farm much easier with 1 point in Butcher.
Well, if you think about it, Havoc just gives 0.5% extra damage per level.
2.0. I mean, it
1.5
starts
at the
1,
maximum, right?
1.5, and 2%. Wait.
0.5, 1, and 1.5. Right.
No. That's so old school. You have been blinded by a lot of things.
I have now seen the light.
Okay, so let's just take a look at Zyra just to see. Zyra mid, a lot of people play it, but not so famous right now, so to speak, as she has been nerfed quite a bit in the misses speed of binding.
But she's
So-
still a very strong laner.
Definitely.
Even after the nerf. Yeah.
Mhm. So going for flat armor, flat magic resist, magic penetration, and 15 ability power. Quite standard build, but not sure about the armor
Yeah.
though. Interesting. Maybe he thinks we're going to fight against Bruiser Javan. That's why he didn't set up enough for the runes. So, but here on the side of the offensive tree, as you can see, it is 2% or whatever. It's
Okay.
0.75,
Through the
1.33 to 2%. Yes. I
Okay,
know
so
what I'm talking
2%,
about.
even with 2% of 200, it's just like an extra 4.
Yeah, but you add on for 80 carry, it makes a lot plus together with the executioner. So right now, everything is slowly going to move into the game. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens for this game.
Yeah, the game is now loading.
So yes, so as we were mentioning, you see the 2% seemingly very little, but at the same time you must think of when executioner happens, the extra percentage from there. If it's a critical strike, sometimes it's just those small little things that help you net the kill.
And even the critical, now that come to think about it, if you're
But that's like
critical,
during the end game phase. So early
Yeah.
game, not that much, but end game burst damage wise, it does help out quite a bit.
yeah, and as an AD, you want to deal as much damage as possible, I guess.
Yep. But some people opt to go for early game, so you can skip that because that doesn't help out so much early. It's just like one free extra damage,
Yeah,
So
they
that's-
can use the 3 points and put it in somewhere else where they give you the early advantage.
So yeah. So Timo is just hiding, smiling. Well, you can see his smiling
I
face.
can't wait for the new skin. I want to see how it looks like. Is it out yet?
Is it skin?
It-
No, it's not gonna come out. Anyway, so right now I'm gonna move right into game. This is gonna be Bangkok Titans against Saigon Fantastic 5. And as usual, after I announce it, we're gonna move right into the pause because something wrong has happened. Or apparently whenever I announce it, based
Yeah,
on what's
this is always this happened last time I casted as well. A
Yep.
pause. But yeah, it's normal,
It's a curse when you cast with me.
Yeah.
Every time when the game starts, it's just gonna be paused. So
It's gonna be known as Curse of Teddy.
curse,
The Curse of Teddy.
Wow.
Curse of the Teddy Tibbers.
Curse of Teddy. So just taking a look, we do see that nothing much gonna happen, but Amumu actually going for a different set of masteries, so to speak. Not taking all points into defense because he does have the biscuit as well
Yeah,
as
he bought the biscuit.
Explorer Ward. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays off for them. Like I know let's see, what's his name? TB Little Boss. He plays Olaf with 15 defense and 15 utility.
So
And he
is
does take the extra biscuit as well as the ward. Because he can clear jungle minions very quickly with Owatsuki as Olaf.
How much points do you need into the utility tree to get the one where you get gold per hit on the enemy?
He needs 16.
16? Do you think it's like good for, say, maybe a range AD carry to go put 16 points in utility just to get the extra gold per hit?
So yeah, so this is going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen for this match, so to
Okay.
speak. But I mean, what's happening overall as you were speaking. So you're supporting BKT just because of Tarek.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
I'm gonna
it
ask you
seems-
a very, ask you the question in a very humorous way. So are you gay? Because Tarek is. They say Tarek and Ezreal, they're a couple because they're the gay couple, so to speak. That's the joke we have for
I say
League of
no.
Legends.
No. I can assure you, I'm into girls.
So how are you gonna prove that, so to speak? No,
How am I
just
gonna
joking.
prove that?
I don't need to know more about
um,
that. So
what is your favorite champion? Just putting it out there.
that's a hard question to answer.
Well, people can just look into your profile, see your most played champion, and they probably take that as your most played. I mean, your favorite.
Well, my most played champion on rank
Can't remember.
is Maokai, maybe?
Maokai?
Maokai and Nunu.
Alright, so
Should
you
be,
play as a
should be.
jungler or you play Nunu as a jungler or a support?
So normally support, definitely. Only once was a jungler, I think.
But he's a
Once.
strong jungler.
I mean, he is a strong jungler, but the problem is that Nunu early game must really snowball very hard for the team because he's more of a support jungler. Because if
Okay.
you really buy AP items, you're gonna hurt early game, but once the mid game passes, if
Yeah,
opponents have a bit of MR, you're gonna fall off so
It's
much.
because Nunu has only
There's two skills.
one skill that does damage through AP except the ultimate. You know, I do not count the ultimate in. It's because you can't use it most of the you only can use it like once every 2 minutes.
I mean, it depends on how much
Yeah.
cooldown you have. So right now, the game has begun. I'm going to jump back right in. So this is going to be, once again, BKT versus SF5. Please don't pause. Here we go.
We have BKT at the bottom left, right, and Saigon Fantastic 5 spawning on the top right. So right now, I hope they got what they needed to do settled. We don't want to see more pauses in the game. It's always very interactive when a fight suddenly happens and you're so pumped up and then suddenly pause.
I don't think that will happen, but here we do see the Explorer ward being planted out so quickly right there. So they do spot out the 4 members on the side of BKT. Oh, it's actually a normal ward. Did I see wrongly? I thought it was going to be Explorer.
I think it's normal because the timer isn't going down as fast.
So it should be a normal ward. So I thought I saw Amumu planted. Apparently I'm wrong. Oh, Amumu planted his ward at the bottom area here. So this is the one that's expiring very quickly.
So what Bangkok Titans doesn't know right now is they are lighted up like Times Square.
See the engage is happens.
Oh, Tarek flashed out. Oriana is very low as well, and everyone on the Saigon Fantastic 5 team is at least 3/4 of health. So I think the Bangkok Titans have to back off or risk maybe losing 1 or 2 members, and that's not a good start. That's not what they want to do.
And not only that, we did see that Tarek did use his flash as well, so they're going to stop this engagement because Tarek is the one that gets caught out right now. If they do decide to fight, he's going to go down very easily. So here, very quickly, no lane swap seemingly going to happen for this game. Everything is just going to start quite normally, but instead of going for blue first, Jarvan is starting on the red right here for BKT. And then we have here on the top, Amumu moving to his blue very quickly.
Jarvan probably wants to cover Tarek because they do know that Tarek is vulnerable right now. They want to cover the bottom lane.
You mean going for instant first?
Yeah,
after
it's
level
level 2
first
gang.
Level 2
Yeah.
gang.
If I were a Mumu, I'll have half the thought to go bottom right away to pick off Tarek, and so
Definitely,
Yeah.
especially since Ezreal and Sona does not have any specific CC, and if Amumu does take up Bandage Toss first, it's going to be put on quite slow. But here, no, Jarvan's just going to move on to the blue, so there's not much happening. Just the start engagement that happened earlier, which was slightly on the side of SF5 because Tarek did burn his flash. So let's see whether wait for BKT because Tarek burned his flash. So let's see whether SF5 can take advantage of this later.
let's
for the
see whether
flash
that
counter.
comes into play or not. So now immediately warding the bottom right bush. Do not want any sight on that area. And interesting to note is that she let Ezreal take the kill from the ward. It's like a way to like give extra gold to their AD carry. But it was just an Explorer ward that was put out, I think. So I'm not sure if it was worth it to put.
Well, it's going to find. I mean, she's still going to be able to dominate the brush, so to speak. But Tarek does have a ping one as well, so it was planted a bit too far out. Like, Tarek tries to deward it right now. We can see a fight that will definitely commence, but Reverse is just going to be very aggressive, trying to push the lane up so that his Tarek skills will be able to plant the ward, and then they will be able to push for the win, so to speak.
You see, the thing about Tarek is that he does okay at level 1. At level 2, he gets sustained because of the heal. And it's at level 6 where Tarek becomes very scary.
And here we see a trade going on, a counter strike going off down top, but bottom lane as well. So now falling very low, trades are going off both top and bottom side. And here we do see Lia taking the counter strike, and he's the one that's taking the tons of damage from Navy right there on the side, on the top lane.
So that's the answer to your question. Jax versus Aurelia.
I mean, Arena went for the stun first, but after the
Yeah.
stun finish, you see right now a gang happening at the bottom side. We see skills most probably gonna. Oh wow, the
First blood goes to
goes
Varus.
to Varus first
Yeah.
because the burst coming from skills is just there, and his armor is just so high. There goes a double kill. Actually, this might be a triple kill.
Oh,
And
this is-
yes, it is. It's a 3 for nothing right there.
Such a
Triple
great
kill.
start for Bangkok Titans. And it's on the AD carry.
Yes.
And they did not even lose a single person to this.
Yep. As you can see right there, as you mentioned, Tarek being so tanky right
Yep.
there, just totally sustaining.
I
in
told
there.
you the team with Tarek wins. I'm such a Tarek fanboy.
Yeah, but we did see Varus did use his flash and ghost as well for that fight.
And now
So-
Varus have both the blue and the red buff. That's gonna make the bot lane so hard to deal with. He could just spam his what's the name of the arrows? Is it unholy arrows? I'm not sure.
But the hero of arrows.
Yeah, hail of arrows.
No, I'm just joking. This is going to be the hero of
Yep,
arrows
hero
from
of
each,
arrows.
and then with this blighted quiver is going to do extra damage as well as with. Additionally, we will see that here he has with the piercing arrows, everything stacking up. He can totally spam all his spells with the blue buff as you mentioned and push the lane into his favor. He is very aggressive right now. Since well, all the flashes have been burned. But here we can see Egg reaching level 4 right now. Going to go for... Oh, he's going to ward right there. Helping his top lane.
Man. Such great jungler. I wish all junglers did that for me when I was top lane.
No,
Give me
never.
free ward.
And here we see a trade going on again. Leah most probably going to have the advantage, but they're going to opt to fall back because he did dodge the counter strike. So we can see Navy is being taken down quite low by a bit. And for the side of sustaining, Leah does have the advantage because he does have the passive sustain from his normal attacks.
What do you think the bot lane can do to come back from this?
Wait and die.
Try not to die.
I mean, they just need to stay safe right now to farm up. And once they reach level 6, they will have a higher chance of winning. Here we see again coming out, and QQ is forced to flash right now. He'll be knocked up once again. And might fall to Oriola's combo together with Jarvan with the Ignite.
Yeah, good work from Jarvan from forcing that flash.
Mhm.
You always want the flash up in the mid lane. I mean,
Yep.
in every lane per se, but more so in the mid lane where you can be engaged from any side.
As well as if they go aggressive for the gang on the bot lane, they cannot flash in suddenly to go for the kill.
Yeah.
For the team. And because of that, BKT knows that everything is down. With Tyric and Maris, they can play so aggressively right now. And Sona was going to take so much damage, going to fall to left a little health
Yeah,
right there.
Varus just abusing his buffs. He knows he has the advantage.
Yep.
So they're pushing it,
Definitely.
shoving it in their face.
Shoving it in
Yeah.
their face. I suppose that would be one way to put it. So here's,
Can you imagine? Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah. Can you imagine being in a game where it's like only barely 5 minutes into the game and your opponent in the lane have already 3 kills with buff?
Okay,
That's
it's
so
very
bad.
normal. It's worse if it happens at the level 1 fight right there.
Yeah.
And here, we can see the trade-off going back to top, so to speak. Yeah, right now it's just some I win some, you lose some. Both sides just trading quite a bit of damage, but no one is going to be able to win specifically. But Jax coming out on top because Irina is going to go back first, so slightly going to be a bit ahead when he goes back to base because he's going to farm a few more minutes before it goes back. And here you can see that Akai and Violet, I think I pronounced that correctly, is trying to just
it's Violet.
push it back quite a bit for the lanes at the bot. Trying to farm away your CS and put some pressure, but right now they're just being denied all the extra experience they need to reach level 6 as they're both one at level 4, one at level 5, and Varus is going to reach level 6.
We have an engage in the jungle. Arena forced to flash out, but I think she very well may go down. And she does. Israel picking up the kill, and I think that's very much needed because Israel needs to equalize the situation at the bot lane.
But still, the blue does go to BKT though. They still managed to take the blue on their end with Jarvan right there. Oh, beside over the wall, but Arena was getting hit. So this smite the blue down. So slightly still advantage is still on the side of BKT. That one kill is not the heavy of a deterrent on what's happening right now.
Yeah, when compared to 3 kills, of course.
As you can see right now, the bottom tower being taken down instantly right now by the side of BKT. Because
That's a very fast tower.
well, they do have the double buff as well as they had the kills. As you can see right there, just before this, when Maris went back, he did have the BF sword because of the 3 kills. So far ahead in this game.
Ouch. 45 damage so early in the game. That's just ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah. And I just want to say that you got it right on the top lane, that you called it so right, that Jax and Aurelia will just dance.
I mean, they're just going to dance to see who wins the trade. So, I mean, normally Jax comes out ahead, but there are a lot of Aurelia's good ones who can outplay the Jax by juking them around, but it's like very hard. It takes a lot of skill.
The Blade Surge.
Yeah, with the Blade Surge and all, using the hit and style, everything must be done perfectly. And you cannot take too much damage from Jax before that happens. As you know, with the ultimate up for Jax, every third hit he does additional magic damage. That is the most painful thing to take. And we can see that Jax going back to base. He has Ninja Tabi and the Doran's Blade instead. But here for the side of Aurelia, she went back instantly, got a Giant's Belt. So she's going to go for more tanky build instead of a damage dealer right now for the team.
Do you think she will rush a Warmox with that?
Lately, instead of Warmox, depending on the lineup, we can see there's no Kha'Zix, no Zed. So, as well as Ezreal won't take Black Cleaver or things like that of the sort. So we might see a Sunfire Cape first instead of Warmox. There's some players who rush Sunfire Cape first before going for Warmox, but really depends on the situation is needed. And here we see a kill might be going on up the top. A is coming in for the gang, but I will be able to make it less.
But Jarvan is there to cover her, so I think she'll be fine.
Yep, so it's going to be fine.
Jarvan have both buffs on, so I think once Saigon Fantastic 5 sees Jarvan, they will back off.
Yes, and that's what was happening. This is what happened right there. Jarvan tried to be sneaky, right into the brush, but he still spotted him.
And we can see Tarek in the middle lane.
Oh, we can see Roy Hoon might be going down. This might
Yep,
be.
he will go down.
Wow. Wow.
And Ezreal now equalizing it. I mean, not really equalizing it, but because of the shutdown, he does get extra money and the XP.
Partial, just slowly catching up.
Yeah.
Let's take a bit at the goal difference with 20 CS difference as well as one more kill difference. We can see that it is just right now a 700 goal difference right there. So with Varus dead, it's not going to be that hard for Ezreal to catch up slightly right now.
Yeah, and Varus loses his half of his BT stacks as well. I'm not sure, did he had it?
He just got it. So,
He just grabbed the Berserker Greaves. So
He just bought the Berserker Greaves. He had the Berserker earlier. And here's here again. Once again, the dancing game is happening up top. And Navy, unable to land the stun onto Aurelia, is going to be forced to fall back. And wow, look at that. The flash for the stun. Amumu coming in as well. Aurelia's ultimate. All the ultimates being used in this fight right there. But Zyra was unable to use it right there. And skills does for 1-for-1 trade, but it's our AP meet for support trade right there. So, and they might be able to take this tower as well.
I was about to worship Tarek for that engagement, but then he died.
I mean, it's just a bit more. They didn't expect Amumu to be there.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't there, Tarek would definitely make it out alive. No problems at all.
Tarek is like one of the supports that's catching on to me very quickly. I love him so much.
No, just by you saying that makes me feel that you're getting more gay, maybe.
Oh, I can assure you.
Okay, so anyway, so here we do see that everything is slowly moving in the favor still of, was very much in the favor of BKT, the early stage, so to speak. I mean, they still have the one tower advantage and things like that, but in terms of overall goal difference, we can see that
Just 1,000.
it's just 1,000, so it's like just one tower right there. The kill difference is not so big right now, so to speak, because everything is just SF5 is just slowly catching up in the overall farming.
I'll still say that it's pretty even. It's a very even game. It could swing anywhere, anytime. It's just that tower that's down that's giving. It actually hurts both sides. It hurts Varus because he can easily farm his lane towards an earlier point where he'll be pushed back. So he's forced to venture into enemy territory to farm up.
Yep, but at the same time, once the tower is taken down, it allows them to roam. So right now they are trying to take down the mid tower as soon as possible, but right now I don't think it's working out that great. As well, because Dragon is up and ready and no one has went to take it yet. The poor Dragon just waiting for someone to some love.
It's not really love per se. It's more of
abuse.
Heavy abuse. He wants you dead.
So he respawns every time, so no problem. He's gonna be feeling healthy.
Okay, that was the question.
Wipe out and be fine.
Do you think the dragon that spawns is the same dragon or a different dragon every time?
I say that's why it's rebirthed like a phoenix, and then with the memory wiped out, that he got killed by this.
I'll feel really bad for it if it's the same dragon. He dies, he reincarnates, and then okay, I'm just gonna die again.
Well, that's the job of the dragon, the Baron, so to speak. Yeah, so we do see right now once again pushing onto the mid side, diving in onto Jax for NDD, but nothing. He didn't manage to catch him, so nothing much gonna happen. But Jax is going to move back to the top from SF5 once again as well, just dancing around, moving back to the mid side. As you're forming in the bottom, most probably going to move to mid soon as well after he shoved the lane slightly a bit more. And Tarek went back to base, getting a ping ward and planting it down.
Yeah, going back to the fact where the first tower for the bot lane is down, Israel doesn't have the option to push out as well because it's not safe without a place to fall back to.
Definitely. So here we see that Warmox is the first item actually for the start of Aurelia, being bought already.
Not even a boots, just Warmox. This shows how strong Warmox is.
Not only that, I mean she does have 345 movement speed, so overall without the boots it's still fine. I mean she does have the stun, she has the extra sustain to get out very easy from CCs as well as heal herself up. So as long as it's not like a full party onto her, she should be fine.
Yeah, whenever I join a ranked game and if I play as the jungle, if I see the top lane having a Warmox, that's enough of a deterrent to not gank her. Because she will always get away with a lot of health. So that also shows how strong Warmox is. And we can. Are they gonna do a dragon? No.
They don't want to risk it because both teams are very fair. If SF5 goes for the dragon, BKT might say, okay, they're going for dragon. Let's just take the mid turret. And dragon helps you in terms of goal difference and puts your team ahead or brings you back up to par. But losing towers you lose the map objective.
Yeah, the map control.
The map control. So they're very rare about it. It's just a few more hits before this tower falls. So this does not bode well for SF5 definitely.
Yeah, and whenever you lose a tower, you probably have to compensate it with more wards,
Mm-hmm.
per se,
Yes,
to
at
have
the
the
same time,
similar.
you cannot move around that freely as
Yeah.
well if you don't have the proper warding up and ready. So
Yeah.
here, bottom side pushing, but BKT is not gonna ignore that. Here they're gonna might be able going for the last hit onto the tower. Nope, just letting the minion hit onto it. So here we do see it is at 320 health. It's gonna fall off with an extra few more hits from the champions.
They'll probably try to
very
push.
easily.
They'll probably try to push it El Natural. Just let the creeps push onto it and let the
Yep.
AD poke it a little bit until it's down.
They don't want to dive in too far because they know that they're gonna lose in the AoE fight, so to speak, with Sona, Zyra, and Almu right there. So they guess
And even Ezreal.
slow.
And even Israel.
I mean, well, Ezreal is not a CC.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
Damage.
damage.
Yeah.
Right now we can see they're trying to add some government stimuli into this El Natural way of pushing. So they're waiting for the creeps to push in, and then they'll most probably take this tower down.
And SF5 is actually not going to opt to fight, but going to let the tower break. So right now we're going to see BKT move right into the dragon. The 5 members are gathered for both SF5 and BKT. So right now, whether this is going to be a bait, we can see SF5 taking their time. They do not have the sight, but this ward does spot them.
SF5
there's a
knows
ward,
they're
sorry.
there.
Yeah.
SF5 knows they're there.
Hmm.
So this,
And they're just dancing, nothing's happening.
no, they're taking a position there so to be ready to push onto the tower.
Yeah, but this is for SF5, but they're gonna fall back. They don't want to engage, see, as they're just gonna fall back. And here you see, Java gonna dive in for the kill right there with Orion's ultimate. The burst damage coming down, instantly taking down Sona. And now we can see that Jax is diving into the back lines, but he does not have enough damage to be able to keep up onto everything. But it's actually gonna fall into the favor because of the overall CC that caught everyone else in the front. And here we see that BKT Warriors flashing away using his ghost, and Lia just shield the hurt, trying to stun as much as possible. But we did see, because of overall CC side, the people getting caught and taken down instantly more from Sona's ultimate, as well as the Zyra with plants and everything coming out. This is actually a fight in the favor of SF5 right there.
Yes, we see a 2-for-2 trade, but SF5 definitely got ahead of that because they get an extra tower.
Yep.
They
They
force
can
them back.
Yeah, and they can actually move for the dragon, but they're going to opt to fall back. Don't want to take such a heavy risk because
Yeah.
the top lane is pushing as well. So it's going to opt to go back and far.
And with everyone's ultimates down, with their HP and MPs both halved,
Mm-hmm.
that was a decision. That was a wise decision to fall back.
Yeah, definitely just farm the lanes. You can see from there right now, SF5 is ahead. And Javan being a bit too hasty, diving in, he did manage to catch Zyra as well as Sona, but they only managed to burst Sona down instantly. Zyra was still alive. She could plant the seeds and then ultimate to knock out.
Yes, and the Bangkok Titans now taking the dragon, knowing that SF5 is either low on the way back or gating back. So they're taking advantage of that, and they'll probably take this dragon without much of a problem. Nope, no Ezreal ult to come in because his ultimate was on cooldown.
He just got ready.
He
but
just got
still,
out. Yeah.
Not gonna be enough. So here once again at the blue side, for the blue golem, we see that wow, BKT just being so aggressive, planting so many pink wards as well as green wards. Sidestorm being brought up already on the side. Ruby Sidestorm on the side of Tarek, and just pink wards being dished out all over the map. He used like additional carrying 3 pink wards just now, vision wards right there. And Jax at the side of top, they know that they're gonna lose dragon, so they're gonna opt to take the turret for the top side as well.
To equalize it. And both sides have the Ruby side zone, so we can see a lot of vision coming out from both sides. Look at that bush over there. We just passed it. There was there was 3 wards and a plant.
Yes, see the fights happening right here.
Yeah.
The warding battle.
Ward wars.
And then BKT know there's a ward there, but they opt to back off. Don't want to try to reward it just to be safe.
Yeah, the ward in the bush is its timer is nearly down as well. So they probably do not want to risk just for that wincy moment of sight. Yeah. Right now I think they're gonna go just have vision on Baron. I think someone's gonna drop a ward soon. Where's Tarek?
Nope, they're actually gonna maybe push top because everyone's moving. Oh, they're moving up and down. As you're at the bot, not gonna push out too far.
Yeah,
because he's a bit blind in terms of what he can see on the map. But he's gonna be actually gonna push on because he thinks that everyone's not there. You see 2 people at the top side, so they want to push on this tower, but it's gonna be
will Sona
hard.
get caught?
You see Sona might be caught out of position. The stun
She's
does
in
then
dire straits
additional
right
damage
now.
come out. The Crescendo does come out, but Akai,
Arcade.
I'm not sure, I
Yeah.
forgot how to pronounce it. It's going to go down
Yeah.
definitely. And there goes Gabe over right there by Arcade Sona.
I love that sign. It's so geeky, I like it.
So geeky that you like it.
Yeah, she didn't know what was coming to them. She just stick a ward in there and then oh, Tarek and Israel's there. Oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna die now.
But she did save the AD carry, so to speak.
I'm not sure if Ezreal could get out of that
I mean, he did.
if he gets caught.
He did have his flash up, not his cleanse. I mean, he would have a chance definitely, but overall damage from both sides is quite similar, except for all the extra BF sword coming out from Varus. No attack speed, just more damage.
He wants to keep killing on a roll to get that extra attack speed, so he's depending on his passive.
Yeah, but that's like so unreliable.
Unreliable.
So top
So
side. Sorry.
So if Varus can kill, he can go on with it. And if he can't, he's just gonna, oh well.
Oh well, I did my best.
I did my best.
Yeah,
Probably should have bought some attack speed.
I mean, it depends. It depends. If everything is smooth, as you mentioned, because he does have the extra attack speed from his masteries as well as runes. He did take up. He should have additional 16% from there. So does replace a Zeal in the early stage. So nothing much about that.
Yeah, and coming back to the critical, the 1% critical, I don't believe we saw any criticals coming out at the start of the game.
We might have missed it.
Yeah, we might have missed it. We might. But maybe during the triple kill, the time when he got a triple kill, maybe it did proc. But we did not realize that.
So top side pushing in. I really are going to go for the more tanky style. She does have a Berserker Grease for the extra attack speed, so that she'll be able to sustain and do as much damage as possible. But in terms of items, she does have the Giant Belt as well as Warmog, so most probably going to see a Sunfire Kick coming up from her. But on the side of Jax, going to be very aggressive. He's going to just go for a Trinity Force, and you're going to see whether his damage is enough to take down Irelia.
Yeah, Aurelia has a Warmox and an extra Giant's Belt.
Once again, skills going for the flash, the kill onto Zyra, dashing in right there. Will he be able to get it? Nope, his team is unable to follow up, so he's forced to fall back. But he did burn Zyra's flash, so there won't be any shenanigans coming from Zyra as well as Tyric for the side. But here, you see the mid turret does go down, second tier turret. So this is quite iffy for the side of SF5. Did allow it to happen, but here we do see the bot side as you did push the lane quite far in. The minions are hitting onto the turret, but nothing much is going to happen from there. And Dragon coming out at the 24-minute mark. Well, it's just everyone's just going to prepare for it. The next fight is coming up very soon.
There's this ongoing debate that the mid tower of the same tier is actually more important than towers of the similar tier in different locations. So the top tower tier 1 and the mid tower tier 1, the mid tower tier 1 has more value.
Definitely, because once you break the mid tower tier 1, you're able to freely roam into the jungle, and then if you have to run, you can run into the mid lane, and there's no tower stopping you from running away.
It comes back to the map mobility and control.
Yeah, the map mobility and control, it's all about that.
So that's great to know from my Sifu here.
Sifu, bow down, that's my... You must samsa. Must drink tea.
If I give you tea, I will need an ang pao.
Ang pao.
Yes, it's Chinese New Year, guys.
That's what you're scheming.
Yes,
anyway,
that's my
moving back into the game to more important matters, we do see that while Varus just being a boss, going to rush his Infinity Age on the side of Ezreal though, he is going to go for a static shift and Last Whispers most probably, but he just wants to rush out extra damage because he does know it's a bit far behind from the side of, in comparison to Varus, so he does have the extra pickaxe right there, but nothing much is happening. The dancing game is happening. Dragon is going to spawn in 30 seconds. The bottom lane is pushing for the side of BKT. Top lane though is pushing for the side of SF5. So it's going to see how long this dancing game lasts. And here the blue buff fight is happening first before the Dragon.
Interesting to note.
The smite does come out from Jarvan. So they must be careful.
Did Varus get it? He seems to have a blue buff on it.
Yeah, Varus did get it in the end. He's fighting early before Varus skills, and here we can see while Irelia being above the extra hop, diving in together with Jarvan, but here at the side behind, we see the Amumu diving on together with Jax to the backside. So here on the side of the supports as well as the tankiness, we do see Zyra take down Jarvan, and then Jarvan going, Zyra take down Jarvan and Jarvan going down to Sona, I think. And here the fights is going on, dancing game happening as you're trying to fall out, but overall damage output coming out from Varus is just too much. He is able to get all the assists, so he's, as we mentioned, the passive is just stacking up, and you can look at the color of the bow, it's just so beautiful right there.
I was very surprised that the Bangkok Titans got a hit in that fight, seeming that Orianna burned her ultimate on a single champion.
But you see Jax and Amumu dive onto the back lines, but Jax dive onto Orianna, trying to take her down, but Orianna flashed away instantly with extra movement, mobility, moved back, and then had to fight onto Varus. But Varus tagged together after missing his counter strike. It's going to be hard. The extra stun coming out, everything. I think he couldn't respawn in time, so to speak.
Yes, like it's because of Tarek. It's because of Tarek.
Okay, yes.
Yes,
okay.
it's
That
because of
fight,
Tarek.
Technically AD, I would say, okay, yes, it was because of Tarek.
And also Amumu at the start of the fight, he went down towards the southern end of the dragon. He was a little bit off out of the group.
Jax chased onto Oriana and then he chased onto Ezreal. So, but he does not. Amumu being Amumu doesn't have enough damage if the team doesn't follow up because 3 members were being held behind, especially Zyra together with Sona, which they actually quite do a lot of damage over for the team, and they were forced to use the ultimate on the super tanky Irelia. And Irelia right now with some fire cape just stacking up on the health. And right now, let's take a look. She is at 3.4k health right there.
Super tanky build. And if she goes back, I wonder what she's gonna buy. If she's gonna buy more health, I'm gonna scream.
Nah, definitely not. So much health can be dangerous because, you know, there is an item called Blade on the Rune King. It's definitely most probably going to be Zephyr built out because we do see the dagger. Oh, okay. Never mind. It might be Trinity Force or maybe Static Shift since items might be a Zeal. We can see coming up.
Could be a Triforce in the making.
Could be.
It's a bit late to build a Triforce at such a time.
Yeah, because it is one of the most expensive items in the game right now. So I think he should opt for something much cheaper.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what she builds with it. There's a lot of choices there.
But on the side of SF5, we have not noticed actually 3 Kinder Gems right there. So Sona was probably going to build up into Australia soon. But I'm not so sure what the Kinder Gems are on the side. I know Amumu might be getting, most probably be getting Locket of the Iron Slurry. But for the side of Jax, is he going to get Spirit Visage? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Spirit Visage should be a poor choice.
So might be a Locket of the Iron Slurry as well. Here we can see, well, Navy jumping to do as much damage, but the poke from Aurelia is going to take him quite low.
And we can see that Aurelia, even though getting all that damage on her, she just shrugged it off. She's so tanky right now. And I think the purpose of Aurelia in this match will be just getting into the enemy's face and hoping everyone transfer the aggro to her. Amumu, the place where he wants to be, of course, is right in the middle of everyone, where his is it tears?
Well, his tears, he's full of sadness.
Yeah, it's like his negativity aura,
Yes,
like sometimes
aura.
that Teddy gives us.
Okay,
See, just speaking of negative auras, speaking of negative auras, we have a pause once again.
So see, because you mentioned negative, so it became negative.
Curse of Teddy Tibers.
Are you serious? But you had to mention that you mentioned the negative aura, and then instantly there was a pause.
Yes, but you were about to say agree. I saw that mouth movement.
You saw that mouth movement. We shall see. Anyway, so I mean, Amumu, the whole composition for SF5 does have a lot of CC and creates a lot of negative zones that BKT must be careful. But for the start of Irelia, I realized like, oh, Crescendo, oh, Amumu Binding,
whatever.
Curse of the Sad Mummy, whatever. The only thing that's actually really stopping her is the Zyra knockup. Because you know you can't reduce the knockup duration. So and it's not enough. Like she's being tanky, she dies onto Sona as well as Zyra. They don't have enough damage to take her down, so she'll win the fight. So
I feel what the Saigon Fantastic 5 is lacking right now is damage. Only Ezreal is doing real damage right now. Jax, yeah, he does damage because of his every turn hit. So.
Jax is doing a decent amount of damage, but problem is how he's gonna make the opponent stay there so he can do the amount of damage. That's the problem. They're kiting and juking Jax so much. So right now, I believe everything has been fixed. Gonna move back right into the game and see this last fight. Might be the last fight for the side of SF5 and BKT. Whether if this be your ace and everyone BKT is alive, they might push in for the win.
Yeah, this is a pivotal push indeed. With almost 3k goal lead now. That's just okay. And that ult catching no one but Tarek, and I think
they're gonna give it this tower. They're definitely gonna give this up.
SF5 is so dependent on the combo of Zyra, Sona, Amumu, and then Ezreal just hitting them.
Yep. So one has missed. So they need to be much more wary. As you can see, Ezreal's mana is slowly being depleted because he is spamming his abilities to clear the minion waves as much as possible. And yes, they do give up that tower.
Will they push to the third tower too?
Yes, they have no reason to back off because Sona's Crescendo is down, but they might opt to move away because, well, they might want to take Baron, or they might opt to push the mid side instead, like leaving 1% at the bottom to keep the minion wave pushed in, as then push the other lane. So you can see Irelia moving into mid lane, the other 4 are staying here at the bottom side, so it's going to be a slightly split push strategy, and Irelia is going to be fine if she gets died by 3 members because she is too tanky right now.
And she does get that extra CC when there's more members around her.
Extra CC reduction, not extra
Yeah.
CC.
Yes, extra CC reduction, you got that right.
So here, Tarek hiding behind the blind spot right there. Gonna opt to move back. He does get caught, but he is very tanky. Gonna actually dive right back into frame. Open his ultimate right there, forcing them to hit him. Jarvan diving to the back lines. Arena missing the ultimate right there, but he is gonna be fine. Look at that Cataclysm. Arena dashing in on to low to Ezreal, but she's gonna be taken down so quickly. The focus fire of 5 members is onto her, and everyone else on the side of BKT, they were falling back because the position of their fight was not in their favor, and the CCs were caught them so easily.
And without Aurelia as the backbone of their party, the one that can soak up so much damage, I don't think they want to commit to that. And with Tarek's ultimate probably ending soon, the Radiance effect, and the HP is so low, even Jarvan has burned his ultimates. So it's a good choice to pull back and just give out one member.
Definitely. Sacrifice the tank.
Yeah, sacrifice the tank. The tank's willing to die. It's like, please hit me.
So, but aside of Jarvan, he is going for Warmogs as well. So, going to be much more tankier. He does have the Look at the Sorry together. But Oriana, I believe, opting for Zonya right now. Itemization
Yes,
that's the chain vest.
Yes, I feel she would go for Zonya right now. I feel that Zyra should pick up maybe more AP. I don't see her as someone that does a lot of damage in the fight.
Well, she's trying to survive as long as possible. You know, Zyra is a bit squishy, and then her team. I mean, as they dive in, she won't be that well protected. So she opt for a War of Ages.
Yeah.
And she's slight tankiness as well as helping the team with the Twin Shadows. And right now she is going to go most probably for Rabadons or Zonya. So
yeah, while we said that, she picked up the rod.
Yep.
The rod was a new item there. So yeah, she is building more AP.
So it'll be interesting to see whether her burst though will be able to catch up and take down the AD carry or support as quick as possible. Of course, overall, Tarek has been roaming around quite a bit. I don't think he's went back to base yet, or he's been spending all his money on wards because he has not completed his AGs after quite long. His items have remained static for quite some time.
Yeah, that's a good observation, and I think the Aegis is a very pivotal item to have in the team fight. It gives it adds on to that armor. It gives quality HP to Aurelia.
Especially since mostly from the sub SF5 of a hybrid, they do AD as well as magic damage, so the Aegis will help out a bit.
Do you think Tarek should grab a Crucible from all that to free Varus from any sort of CC?
Maybe not. Maybe it will be his next item, but the one bad thing about Crucible is that he has the longest cooldown ever on item. It's like it feels as long. It's like
As an ultimate.
yeah,
Maybe
it's like
longer.
an ultimate.
Or a summoner spell. Oh,
It's
God
like
forbid.
Shen's ultimate right there.
Oh,
I think it's 180 seconds to cooldown
wow.
for the item.
It's
So
3 minutes.
once you use it for one team fight, the next team fight it won't be ready. And here we can see Amumu going to dive in actually, but nope, he's going to be stunned. He's going to be stopped right there. And there's slow effect coming out. They're actually going to take down Java. They want this kill. Look at that. 2 ultimates burn. But Zyra still has the ultimate, but taking down one of the important members, which is Jarvan, his Cataclysm, as well as the Smite. So we can see that SF5 is in a combining position. It's going to be a 5v4, but they're not going to opt for the Baron because they might get caught together with Oriana's ulti
Yeah,
still.
just being one man down isn't enough for them to go to Baron with the debuff from Baron.
I mean, it might be fine, so to speak, but the problem is that when they fight Baron, they'll be stuck in the pit, and Oriana's ultimate will easily catch them off. Yep.
That is true. Do you think it's worthy to pick up Jarvan with all those ultimates? Flash,
Yes.
all those spells.
Yes. I mean, they only burned one flash from Amumu. Yeah, but it is worthy in terms of because they needed to get back something for the team.
Okay.
They are a bit far behind, and once they know they take down Jarvan, will take like 40 to 60 seconds to revive. The minions will slowly push back. As you can see, Jax is trying to farm up as much as possible and try to be the boss hyper carry for the team. He does have the extra Giant's belt already, and let's just take a look at the goal he has amassed right now. It's just 600 right there, total of 9k, 9.4 against Aria's 9.3, as well as Dragon. We're going to spawn out. Oh, just actually got taken down not long ago. Yes, now.
Yeah,
As
I feel
okay.
that.
And
I feel
we can see overall, look at the goal difference. It's not that much for both sides, actually, just like 1k for the mid, 1k for the AD carry, the main goal difference amount. Support's about the same. Because Sona did opt for the Philosopher's Stone. She does get the extra goal from there. And Terry going to be more aggressive because of the objectives they've gotten. So he does not have the goal generation, but he has better items for the team.
Yes, more supports and
So
yeah.
overall, it's just quite balanced. So they needed something to tilt the goal and the balance so that they have more time to farm. But here we can see they're going to most probably charge it because they know Amumu's ulti is not up and ready yet. It's
And
just
so is
almost
Sona.
done, and so is Sona's just a bit more before they engage.
Yeah,
And
I feel that the window for Bangkok Titans, they had a window to push without fear of retaliation from
not so because the minions were pushed out, not
slightly towards the lane.
slightly towards the lanes on their side instead of the opponent's side, and then if they did move together, if they get caught.
But right now we can see them taking the top tower and immediately jumping on into Amumu. I feel that's probably not the best choice, but anyway, the Cataclysm comes up. Jarvan's probably gonna go down, the first one. Jack's exhausted.
Yep.
But no one died in that fight.
One died in that fight. There was not enough damage coming out from both teams, but Orina are catching them in there, but they're going to fall out and no problems at all. So both teams very low actually, except for the AP carriers who are safely at the back lines. But they're going to disengage from this.
I really thought that Jarvan would fall in that match, but well played.
I mean, he used Iron of Loki's story, did tank one more extra hit and then flashed away. So that's why he was a bit more safe, so to speak. And while Jax being the boss, he charged into backlines when they chased everyone down, but still because of the exhaust that came onto him, he didn't manage to take anyone down. So here, Skills being a boss right there, picking up the second Oracles and just rewarding all over the place. He's going to put up so much pressure on the side for SF5, especially since they don't have vision on Baron right now.
We are gonna see a downtime right now because both teams will want their ultimates up before they actually engage. The summoners, a lot of them are burned as well.
Yeah,
but they still have their flashes up especially for SF5.
Yep. But as you mentioned, you can see after that fight, you know, BKT are not sure what they should do, but they actually should have went back here and just push out the lanes and push mid. But they're actually just dancing around, even though they do have a 2.7k gold lead.
They're probably regrouping at mid, and both of them have nothing in their wish list to buy. They don't want to go shopping, so they just wait for their friends right in the middle. Call them up, say, okay, I'll meet you in the middle lane.
So what do you think? Phantom Dancer or Static Shift? Which do you think is a better item?
For Aurelia?
No, overall for the AD carries. Because Aurelia is rushing Trinity Force, as you can see. They're going to drag this to super late game.
If it's an AD composition, a heavy AD composition that you have, you probably pick up the shift with the extra magic damage that comes with your attack. That helps a lot. PD on the other hand is an item that I'll go with Vayne. She needs the attack speed and the movement speed, the mobility that comes together with a tumble.
Static Shift actually grants 1% more mobility, and Phantom Dancer just grants 10% more attack speed. Actually, in comparison to Static Shift.
I see.
Yeah.
So which one would you go for?
I come up with this formula where, you know, if in team fights, it's going to be I'm going to be able to hit a few people, or people are going to chase me, I should go for Static Shift. Like if it's 2v1 situation, I have to run and shoot, do extra damage. But if it's a 1-on-1 situation, Phantom Dancer seemingly is better because you have the extra attack speed for the 10%.
True.
Actually, we do see the dice going on, but no, Aurelia missing the ultimate because the ball was shielded back onto here. The kill that's going on to Sona right there. Ultimate is going on, knockout happening, but NDD might go down from this one. No, he remains alive with the Citadel of Health right there. And Leah as well, so low because Jax was not in that battle. He was at the top side. And here you can see Twin Shadows coming out, the slow coming out. Yes, they will take down Leah. And from here, QQ charging on to Tarek, but the movement speed buff is enough to slow them down. And here the posts are going on. Oh, NDD going back into the frame. Leah going so low. QQ actually being taken down with all the kills going to Jax right there. The first kill right there, second kill right there from Zyra onto Jama. And here you can see it might be the third kill on Navy onto Raihan right there because, well, his summoners are down and Jax will have no problem. Yes, he does take the shutdown and he is going to continue to chase on definitely. He does have the most health tankiness right there for the team. And BKT skills is a bit low, but he knows he's not going to be able to catch up, so he's going to opt to fall back and farm. It's actually a 4-for-3 trade, but a lot of the goal went on to Jax, and which is very much needed right now, as he's a hyper carry and is doing out so much damage for the team.
To add on it, Aurelia did a very good move here in the jungle. She made a turn, came down to the blue where the blue spawns, and then used her Blood Surge onto Ezreal, which is on the other side, which helped them pick them up.
Even here, but how she make one round, Blood Surge over.
Yeah, that was beautiful play. And if Jax was not chasing Aurelia at that time and doing damage to the team, SF5 would have gotten a lot more out of this.
Yes, but you know, he wanted to pick up Iria because Iria was so low
So
as
low.
well. But Iria did a better job at juking, so to speak. And those are one of the things so to mention.
Yeah, that was a very beautiful play.
So here now we're gonna go on to Amumu instead of Sona because Sona is falling a bit too quickly. So Amumu picking up the Oracle, going for Omens.
Yeah,
Might
ready.
be a Frozen Heart. But on the side of Jax, because of all the extra gold he got from the kills, we can see he has completed his Warmox and soon going to go for a Guardian Angel.
Yeah, Guardian Angel. But that Kindle Gem is still remaining as a Kindle
Killer
Gem.
Gem. So what is it gonna turn out to be? I'm still
Yeah.
I can't yeah.
Maybe he's gonna keep it as just a good item to have in the early game with some sustain and cooldown reduction, and he's probably gonna sell it off once it's full. Possibly.
Possibly.
I do not think he will get a locket out of it. I just don't think so. We can see that Zyra is bought Finnish Codex and has already picked up the Death Cap. As we mentioned, she was stacking up AP.
Yep. But for Finch Condex, he's going for the extra cooldowns coming from him, but what do you think is going to be the upgrade for it? Is it going to be Morella Nomicon, or is it going to be the Athene's Unholy Grail?
Let's see. Bangkok Titans does not have much healing, so the Necronomicon would... Is it Necronomicon? Is it Macro?
No, it's changed to Morello Nomicon. They changed it to one of the lady game designers. The name.
Yeah, one of the Riot staff members, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it will be
Athene's
not...
Unholy Grail.
Yes, Athene's Holy Grail.
So here we do see though, the goal difference is just about the same still form, just now not much difference occurring because in terms of team fight it is quite balanced and the shutdowns coming out, giving the additional goal to SF5, it just puts them so far ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
they haven't gained much in goal differences. Like they closed the gap a little bit by
Oh, wow, here
500.
we see Egg actually gonna dive in right there like a boss but slowed down by the various hail of arrows, and here Jack's trying to go in, the bind happening there, do not want to give up this blue buff for the side of BKT, and here it goes, Jax jumping in, jumping to the side right there, Crescendo happens right there, Amumu going for the side, yes they do get the two important targets right there, they do get Oriana as well as on to Ravus, but Oriana they use the Zonias right there, she's going to be safe, but Navy is so full in HP right now, going to be okay in taking on everyone else that's left, I believe. His counter strike is up again, and here bottom side support and the support fight with the AP carry, and here Navy falling back a bit to his team so that he's going to be able to wait for cooldowns to catch up. The Shredder does come down, and here NDD and Leah is forced to fall back with the red buff though, and the extra damage coming out, we will see Leah going down as well.
Yeah, to add on the stance of supports or the war of supports, they actually were walking side to side towards the battle. They were stranded at the right side of
Yep.
the map, and they were walking like literally holding hands to the battle.
Yep. I mean, Terry did his job. He did enter the stuns as well as the heals and the shattered for the team. So he had to move in to try and chase some people away, especially Zyra and Sona. But it did not end up so well because the dive on Jarvan as well as Irina did manage to take out Ezreal. But for Navy, he did take out Oriana together with Royhan.
Yeah,
AU and Royhan instead. The Ravus,
in
both
terms of-
carries.
In terms of who got ahead of that, there's no doubt.
There's no
as-
doubt it's going to be SF5.
Yes, SF5 got ahead of that, and now their goal differences are basically even out. It's like 500 goal at this point for the 42 minutes in the game. There is no difference. 500 goal is nothing. Okay, possibly they can have 2 potions out of that, you know.
But
Probably.
still, it's not that much because both teams gonna hit the 60k goal 60k mark in terms of overall gold, and it's not gonna matter anymore. Like the items difference that will matter right now is on the supports. How
Yeah,
much more can they get? Because you can see right now, item side, both teams, top laners balanced, junglers quite balanced, AP carries quite balanced as well already. AD carries, no to speak, also almost there. It's about the same because you can see now Ravus is going for the last whispers, and we can see on the side of SF5, Violet most probably gonna Infinity Age out of the BF sword. You can just take a look at the goal difference here. Jax is ahead right now because all the kills he's been getting. 13k to 12k. In terms of the jungle side though, it's still the same 300 gold difference right there from the side. But here we see, oh, the gauge might happen right now. Skills being caught out of position
Yeah,
and
Tariq
AB
losing.
just being a boss. He's gonna dive right in right now with the Guardian Angel up and ready.
Oh, that's a nice ultimate by Oriana, and followed up with Jarvan's Cataclysm. Immediately picking up Ezreal without that damage. I think SF5 should back off right now. Sona falls as well. This is definitely a match where the tides is gonna turn heavily into the Bangkok Titans.
Yup. SF5 tried to do a pincer attack, but it failed because, well, Arena dived in onto the AD carries from the side of the Arena's ulti catching them off, and they just totally fall. And here the stun coming out. This is going to be a very dead Jax as well. Even though with the Garena Angel, I don't believe. Oh, perfect timing.
Poor thing.
Instantly as he respawned, he got knocked up into the air, and BKT going to be able to score the Baron. And while that was all happening, Zyra actually just pushing the mid tower right there, trying to gain some advantage and moving to the bot tower right now because he knows that he's going to be able to stop them from doing the Baron. So going to get back goal by taking down towers right there, catching out the tower difference.
Going back to the fight where they pincer attack, and I would say the Bangkok Titans reacted perfectly to that. They saw a weakness on the right flank where Israel was basically naked, and they just took advantage of that. And without Israel, as we said, Israel was the main damage dealer with Bloodthirster's Shift, Last Whisper, and an additional BS sword, which I assume will become a IE. Yeah, so without Ezreal, the sustained damage is no longer there. I mean, they still have to deal with Jax, but as we can see, Jax got hunted down like a rabbit.
Yes. And we do see it's actually going to be Movada Nomicon. So basically, some people get this over Athene's Unholy Grail. It's because it gives an extra additional 5% cooldown reduction. Instead of giving 15%, this gives 20%. So
I was wrong.
It's much better. It's okay. You learn from mistakes.
But the passive for Morello just doesn't seem worth it to have it.
I mean, it's fine because you can see there's 3 Warmocks on the side of BKT. So I mean, it will stop slightly in terms of the regeneration ability. It does help out a bit, especially since as well the lifesteal coming from Irelia's passive and also from the Bloodthirster on the side of Varus, and the heal from Tyrant. You know, if a continuous fight happens, trades does happen, Zyra manages to stay alive. She continues to put the Grievous Root effect onto them. It's gonna turn out quite okay. I mean, it's not as effective like the opponent doesn't have a Mundo, sudden regeneration as Singe, but it will still help out a bit.
And as we can see on Orianna, she has a giant spell. What do you think they'll turn into? Rallies? Or Warmocks?
It's all about Warmocks this currently.
So the team with more Warmocks win.
Not really. A few teams has managed to counter the Warmock strategy.
Yeah,
I mean, they bought a few Warmocks as well, but they didn't have as much as the opponent, but they itemized differently in order to overtake them.
Yeah, they took Vayne, right? Tell me they took Vayne. They just shut down that extra health.
It wasn't Vayne. But here we can see BKT right now, they have the Baron buff, going to charge into the top side. Instead, right there, Irelia just going to tank the tower hits, no problem at all.
Yeah, but upon seeing all 4 or 5 members of SF5 there, she backs off, and rightfully so. She might be tanky, but she's not God. She will fall if she be caught out of position.
Definitely. But now BKT is going to just apply pressure, but I'm not sure whether they're doing correctly. They should just opt to push a lane and try to get a kill. They're actually waiting for SF5 to leave the base to play a bit aggressive or unsafe before they do anything. But here, as you're shooting an ultimate, just going to clear the bottom wave and allow the creeps to push into the favor for bottom side. And this might turn out well for the side of SF5. The minions might be able to push in at the bot side. So as long as they remain up the top, dancing around, the tower is going to take quite a bit of damage.
In the siege position, which team do you think will win? In just sieging, as in no engages?
Actually, in terms of sieging, SF5 should win, because you know if BKT opts to dive onto them, they're going to take out so much damage, or they're going to be caught in the CCs. But because of the overall status quo of how it happened in the early stage and how BKT is ahead, and they have the Baron buff, they're playing this very defensively, and they're trying to do as much damage as possible. But I might be wrong, you know, because Orianna does have the ball to control damage, but the side of Zyra, she has the plants as well. But problem is whether the plants will hit, because it has been nerfed. Yep.
Yeah, but SJ5 has Ezreal. That's like super poke right there.
Yeah, but the problem is that you can see, the BKT doing a good job. You can see when Jarvan tosses the Merchant Standard, the flag, you got extra attack speed and armor, and then Ramus just charges in to take to as much hits as possible.
Yeah, and you can already see that the middle tower is already on a quarter health.
Mhm.
It's just a matter of time before that falls.
Yeah, SF5 doesn't want to engage yet because they know they might lose, because they might not have enough damage to take them down. And here, oh yeah, going to be able to catch onto Arkai as well as Egg. Ultimates are going down, so now instantly being taken down after the Crescendo. Here we can see Ezreal might be able to take down someone, no, but the exhaust, he does cleanse it. Egg seemingly going to fall, nope, he does survive. The fight from top lanes, Irida, and just coming back to mid. And here, instantly, it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Both supports going down, but nothing much happening. Oh, the flash coming out from the side of BKT. Almost getting killed SF5. Oh, there goes the flash. Zyra, the bind coming out. Navy being a boss, taking down Roy Hunt right there. Will he be able to survive this? Yes, he flashes out and jumps away. And here, Lich tosses in, but the team is going to opt to fall back. And it's now actually a 2-for-1 trade advantage for the side of SF5. And then Zonya just saving to kill right there.
Beautiful play by SF5. A lot of them just surviving with a strand of health or strand of Zonya. Yeah. and all of them timed perfectly. I mean, if they did anything wrong in that match, they would either lose Ezreal or Zyra. And not only that, they managed to pick up Varus. And now they are in a more... They have map control.
Yes,
they got it back.
They got it back, as well as the overall goal difference is just coming back to normal as well. But here the bot side, as we mentioned, because of the minions being pushed in by Zara's Eraser's ultimate, the one tower has taken quite a bit of hits, but quarter health being taken down. It doesn't seem a lot, but every hit on the tower is very important because they cannot regenerate health. And here we can see SF5 riding on the momentum, trying to push all lanes down, forcing BKT to be the ones to play safe, because Baron is coming out in the next 1.5 minutes, so they want to make sure that they take all the other objectives, the map objectives, ward everything up and prepare for the fight. And here you can see the blue buff going on the side of Ezreal right there.
I feel that this game is going to prolong into a very, very ultra late game. So what do you think, in the ultra late game, which team has an advantage? By ultra late game, I mean Sona probably has a Warmox as well by then.
I'm thinking, if Amumu got some AP, I would say Amumu.
Amumu will probably get AP with that not now mantle. Is that a Dagatron?
Dagatron's cloak?
Yeah.
But he might be going for Spirit with Sage instead to get the extra cooldown and the regeneration capabilities from these items. But nope, he's going to get Orcus first, instantly using it. So they know the Baron is coming up. They both have the timers. Well, I mean, BKT does have BKT does definitely have the timer. SF5's timer is a bit off, iffy, because they didn't see when SF5 came out. But they are all just preparing for it right now.
I feel that Abyssal Scepter will be a strong item on Amumu, especially in a game where there's going to be a lot of team fights and every aura item is going to count.
Definitely. But we're just going to take a look, because it is a bit expensive right now, and Amumu hasn't been taking too much CS, so to speak. And Jax right now either opting for Blade or the Rune King, or might get the Hextech Gunblade. Going to be able to sustain so much better in the fights.
I think at this point of the game, he's probably going to go for the Rune King, to play the Rune King, because the damage from the Hextech Gunblade is no longer significant with only...
Not really. It has the extra AP damage, so to speak. It depends how he decides to build up from there, because he gets the extra spell vamp as well as normal lifesteal. So for all his skills he use, his W, his ultimate proccing, he gets more sustain from that in prolonged fights.
Yeah, but with 4 Warmox on the enemy team, to play the Rune King is probably going to suck a lot of HP.
But the problem is that for playing the Rune King, it does percentage physical damage, so the armor does reduce the effect.
True.
Yeah, so these are the small things being calculated, so we're going to be interesting to see which one they get.
Yeah.
So you're opting for Build Rune King, but I think it's going to be a Hextech Gunblade.
Alright, $10 on the ground now. Take it out, call it out.
do not be a bad influence to kids out there. Definitely.
Kids, don't do this. It's definitely not a good thing.
Definitely. So here we see that everything is moving on. We can see the Shredder being popped up for the side of SF5. They want to be safe. They want to make sure that they don't get engaged on, but instead they're turning back right now because they're a bit separated, right? The skills taking a lot of damage, and the ultimates going on separately. We can see the Javan at the back once again. Knockup happening onto Lia. Lia's being exhausted, and here Navy is charging to the backlines. With all his items, is going to be fine right there, surviving everything. But from here, the backside, we do see, wow, for all falling solo being charged on, being poked down, being juked. Both sides is just juking around. But any carry right now, the stun coming on, skills might land the kill. Nope, he is being poked right now. The stun does happen. His Guardian Angel will be wasted. No, he actually manages to leave strike away onto Zyra. And once again, Sona, the poor support being taken down so quickly. An instant burst from Orianna.
And Tarek did not choose to join her this time. Tarek says, no, I'm going to live because it's Tarek. He's awesome.
I mean, both Dragon and Baron is up right now, so both teams gonna try to secure an objective that is gonna come up very soon. But they're gonna heal up and they're gonna see what happens because top side here, it is pushed in for the side of SF5, slowing them down. But we can see that SF5 is just gonna opt to be safe and just guard the Baron. The Baron is more important, definitely.
Yeah, much more important than a dragon has become like no longer an objective. I'd say the goal from dragon is not as helpful as it is in the
elite game, but
Yeah.
it definitely it still helps. It gets you get your elixirs much quicker.
everyone gets a free part.
Yes, and here we do see though Dragon being taken down. Oh, sorry, maybe Baron, not
yeah,
Dragon.
taken down.
Wow,
I'm
Yeah.
surprised that SF5 let that happen. Like
they did not
at-
opt to engage because, again, as you mentioned, they're so ultimate dependent, and the ultimates are not ready yet. And while QQ instantly moving away from Leah, right, they're perfect binding at the same time flashing away and gonna be safe.
But now the Bangkok Titans know that Zyra does not have her flash up. It's making it even harder for the SF5 to hold that fight.
But it's going to be fine. As you can see, Abumu and Jax is just taking a stroll into all the members. They didn't want to fall back to fight, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens from here. Violet, a bit out of position over the wall outside. Not sure why he hasn't went back in.
Well, Violet can easily just Essence Shift back. Is it Phase Shift? Essence Shift. Essence Flux and Phase Shift. Yeah, Phase Shift.
I'm so disappointed in you today. You should go and check it out right now.
I'm checking it out right
Essence
now.
Flux is the second ability, though, and it's arcane shift for the
Oh.
third ability to move over the walls. But here, once again, the poke emitter is happening right there. Look at the criticals coming from both AD carriers, just doing tons and tons of damage, but it's not enough with this overall sustain coming up from both sides. Nothing is gonna happen for now. They're just dancing, waiting for the perfect opportunity before they dive in.
And
for
with
the-
Baron, they can do that. They have extra regeneration. They have extra everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. And how long do you think this match is gonna drag out until?
This should be the last fight, unless it's a tie once again. It's
It
gonna
has
drag
been
on.
it has been a tie for like a lot of the matches. So
A lot of the fights, it is.
yeah, a lot of the fights. Yeah. So statistically,
I
it's
mean,
probably gonna
BKT
be a
has
close
come
one
up
again.
above most of the fights. It's evident from the overall kills as well as the towers. They did take it down earlier before
And the Baron.
SF5. But here you can see bot side once again the minions are just pushing in. So we're gonna see whether what SF5 decides to do, because they do have the siege minion. It's gonna help out so much more in pushing in the minion. There's just another siege minion coming in. We are gonna solo on to top, but not sure why Jax hasn't been sent. Yes, Jax is now moving to stop her, and now again it's gonna be a split push slash dancing game to see who misses an ultimate and who gets caught first, in my opinion.
Yes, it definitely comes totally down to position now. You do not want to lose your AD or AP for free in any of these matches. But as I speak, wow, Zona melted so fast and Tarek follows right after. Once again, the supports taking the beating right off the bat. Jax picked up Varus, which is one of the highly valued targets out there, and not even losing his life due to his GA. So I think SF5 got a hit once again in that match, even with Baron on the Bangkok Titans.
Yes, the overall AoE, the ultimates, just caught all of them into positions, and at the same time, we do see that bottom minion wave is pushing it, but SF5 is not responding to it. But the minions, will there be enough? Will they take this inhibitor for them? Because they did trade a tower right there in the mid side when Ezreal pushed in with Irelia. They want to take the tower as soon as possible, so they got caught. But here the minions are being taken by Irelia so quickly, and Zyra is pushing her onto mid side. Top lane, Jax is pushing in as much as possible as well. So, oh, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, we might see Irelia get caught. Whoa, the mines misses, but the plant does slow Arena just enough, and Amumu comes into the fray, and they're gonna fall back. And in the end, Jax did take Blade on Rune King instead, so you win this one.
Yes!
Finally, you won something.
Yes! VP Commander 1, Teddy Tiber 0.
Are you serious? Are you sure?
Yeah, keep points.
I mean, Morel not Mikon, remember?
Oh, okay, so it's a 1-1. Big deal. Alright.
Anyway, so as I see in the end,
Oh wait, it's a 2-1. You win on Amumu as well because of Spirit Visage.
see, I told you.
Okay,
I'm
let's
a
not count
master.
points. Let's not count points.
Anyway, back into the game. But the only item I still don't understand is on Jax. What is that Killer Gem for? Please enlighten me soon.
That Kindle Gem is to be resold. That's my
I mean,
call.
he does have 1.4k right now
Yeah.
on his hand, and Killer Gem is still saying that. It's just ruining my head. It's like, what the heck is that item?
It
gonna
will be
do?
sold. And see, it's sold.
Yeah. So it's gonna go for Randuin's
Oh.
Open most probably, I suppose. He won't go for a Sun Fire Cape, definitely. It's a bit too late. The extra damage and tankiness from Sun Fire Cape won't be
Probably
enough.
not a mallet as well. I don't think it will be a mallet.
Mhm.
Hard to
Oh,
say.
might be Rylai. I mean, I've seen Jax done
Yeah.
it in normal games, it does work, but
Yeah.
still, I mean, not as effective, definitely. Yep.
Probably a Randuin's.
Oh, here there it goes a Shurella charging in right there, and Sona responds with their own Shurella and they're gonna fall back. So right now with a naked inhibitor, how well will BKT do in this fight this time? As you see, you can see they're just walking around. No inhibitor, it's
minute.
fine. It's the dancing game has once again commenced. So as you opt to go for full damage instead of going for the Glacier Iceborne Gauntlet.
Did you retake Baron while I was dreaming or something? Because Varus has the buff on him. Is it a visual glitch?
Oh wait, wow. Okay, I think
Yeah.
it is a visual glitch.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we do see the buffs all onto them, but no Baron is actually spawning in the next 2 minutes or so. So yeah, it is a visual glitch right there. Let's take a look at Baron's stats. Does he have additional AP? Oh wait,
Yeah.
he does.
Wait, he does? Wow. Is that from Okay, I can't tell.
Never mind, let's see. The
it's-
fight happens. Amumu dives in, Ultimate Crescendo coming in, Arcane Barrage. But oh, Violet is caught in a bad position this time, and there goes Instance being taken down. But here at the same time, maybe
Barrett
taking down Jax. Jax taking down before the back line, taking down Rebels, and once again the fight is going on. This time, Arkai is staying alive as Soda, healing and doing as much damage as possible, and Navy jumping onto skills right there. And the backside, you do see Zyra catching onto Leah. Garena just scored a kill onto Aurelia, and actually this fight has fallen in favor as SF5.
Yeah, another fight in SF5 favor, and at least this time it was the ADs that took the first death. The support says yes.
Yes,
I
especially
made it.
Soda. So he's like,
Yeah, Soda
I
made
finally
it.
lived through this fight. I can support my team better with the heals and the extra damage coming out, and that is actually what's happening right there. Jax is so much stronger with Sona Aura.
I think it's gonna be an inhibitor for sure.
It's going to be 2 inhibitors actually, or they might go for the end game because on the mind Oriana is back and up. She did get home guard boot, so she'll be able to defend very efficiently. So they're most probably going to aim for the double inhibitor, while Jax is just going to drag Oriana's time while his teammates go on to the bottom side. He is taking a beating, but no problem at all. He does have the Warmox as well as Blade of the Rune King. Going to heal up very easily before anything. He'll be going to be safe. And there he goes. 2 inhibitors right there. SF5 is back in the game in command, even though they were so far behind in the beginning.
Yes, good job the SS5 indeed. And interesting to note is probably the next fight SF5 is gonna take it, because by then Jack's Guardian Angel would be up, and yeah, with an extra life for Jax, he can just run in without fear of
And
actually dying.
He has 1.6k, so if it's going to be Omens, he just need a bit more money. So I'm more interested to see what happens from here.
So you are calling Randuin's, right? I'm just gonna call Mallet for the fun, even though I don't think it will be a Mallet.
He has a Trinity Force, he won't go for mana. But here we can see BKT gonna respawn with the Baron once again. So this will be the last fight, most probably. As you can see, the debuff is going on, but they're also tanky. Gonna be able to take up the hits, no problem at all.
And
And
Tarek just taking a beating right here.
wow,
Wow.
the skill's gonna fall to Violet most probably. Violet not letting him off, and there he
Wow.
goes, taking the kill right there, scoring 1 kill for the team, and they're gonna push in for the win right now.
And one thing to note is that I think Israel should not have burned his cleanse, because the stun was almost over. He did not cleanse right after his stun. He cleansed like after maybe 1 to point.
He actually stunned almost instantly, so it was actually gonna be fine because there's nothing much to remove other than Irelia's stun as well as Rever's ultimate, because you can't, well, Jumpman's a knockup. Oriana is sort of a knockup as well, it sucks you in, so you can't cleanse over that. So they did score the kill onto Tarek, which is very important because as you can see, Tarek's stun is very important for the team.
And more importantly, now they got Baron
And they're gonna move in for the game right now, definitely.
to attempt to end the game. Maybe they will mess up and this game will go to like 80 minutes.
You can see that Violet being very aggressive with Ezreal, just going to opt for full damage, not even going to care about a defensive item, which what are some AD carries doing right now, as he's most of the time poking for a safe position. And here the stun from Sona landing so perfectly, hitting onto Oriana and onto Jarvan, and going to force that format here at the backside. I realize getting caught right there.
Yeah, it's
by
over.
And this is definitely going to be
This
an
is a
end game.
GG.
And this will be, for now, the longest game in GPL for Spring Season. Going to end at most probably 63 minutes and 20 seconds.
And it also so happens to be the first The
First
first game I cast for
game you
GPL,
cast
and
for
it's a
GPL,
long
and
game.
see, you came in so for the first time, and instantly you made it such a long game.
So now I have my own curse. That's fine. You have a Teddy curse for passing, and I have
So when makes games dragged on.
yeah, make games drag on, and which is good. Viewers want to see long games; they can see it longer. Okay, not for you maybe, but
I mean, too long, he got the stalemate.
yeah, there's a lot of
Cards
stalemates
happen.
going on and see who can break the barrier the first.
So here we're gonna see move into the score screen very quickly before we go on to anything. So from here we can see the overall kills SF5 just catching up at the end with 26.
It was actually super close.
It's actually a very close game, but
Yeah.
in the end, the AoE composition just catching the team together at the correct timing got them the game. And Tarek was rushing for the Mikhail's Crucible, as you mentioned. Is almost there, just needs the recipe. He does have the Chalice of Harmony as well as the Sapphire Crystal. Just needs extra gold for the recipe
itself,
make the
yeah.
item. Yeah.
And also, this match squashed my theory on the more the warmocks, the better your chances of winning.
Well, I mean,
Yes,
they
they
have
squashed my
almost the
theory.
same amount of warmocks.
It's 4-3.
It's
Good enough.
3-2.
Or-
For the side of
yeah.
Zyra, he did not need the warmocks because he did have the extra War of Ages he got early, giving him not as much health, but
Mhm.
half of it almost there.
And she has extra Zonia as well, but that doesn't count because we're just stipulating on one item. So
Definitely. So right now, this was an exciting game for BKT against SF5, and in the end, SF5 coming up ahead on it. So once again to mention, this is BKT weakness. I've noticed that once they reach the mid game, they seem to be like, oh, what should I do? Very squishy. So
they did not rally together and end the game, even though they have a huge advantage.
and they're not sure like, what to do or how to end it sometimes. So
Oh,
it becomes a bit iffy. So yeah. So not only that, once again, I want to remind you guys there is a watch and win going on right now. So for those of you guys watching from the YouTube stream or the Twitch stream, we do have moderators right there. So do leave us, a Chinese New Year